Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. Hey, defense, let's go. Check. Fresno.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Rabbit. Rotate. Spell. Check three. You go tight. You got tight right there. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn. Bang. Let go.
Running right, here's Brown. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Come on, fellas. Benjamin on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Black 11! Hey, Delta!
Strong right.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long.
Hey, load it!
From the gun, Rivers. Completes it to Benjamin. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case. They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. On 2nd down, it's Brown. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go now. Mike. 29. All day. All neutral cooking. Any day.
6 guy. Check 6 guy. Check 52.
He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Let's get it.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Go, 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 run, run, run!
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
29 is Mike. Watch the slip, watch the slip.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Bandit.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Stay with your man. Slam, slam, slam. Check 4, check 4. Slam, slam. Check your hot read.
This time Jackson will throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Watch the whip. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Watch twist. Twist, twist. Go. Hey, hey, hey.
On 2nd down now, it's Brown. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson taking it in as his guys are on the board first here tonight. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Gordon, and he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Watch the run.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 50.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cut. Mike 29. All day.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready, set. Check 55, Mike. Rotate, shoot, fast, shoot. Check 43. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Tight dog.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
You don't know no better.
Slam, slam, slam.
Buzz. Be ready.
From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's fourth down.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Red Delta.
Working out of the gun, Rivers able to get this to Gordon. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we've got the lead.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Henry, Mike 29. Hey, 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Strip the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big play that time for the Ravens. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now a give right side. Brown.
You ain't doing nothing today.
9 yards on the pickup, but even after that, they're left with a third and very long.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Sponge! 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 No, no, no! Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Buzz, buzz! 29 is... Go, go! Mike, 29.
To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. He stepped right up like a pro.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Second and inches at the 41-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a first and 10. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyus Bowser racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So it's third and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Check, check, check.
Hey, downtown, keep it skinny.
From the gun, Rivers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A run here with Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
29 is the mic.
I'm coming. Shift. Watch the shift.
Jackson. This pass complete to Higgins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
He may try and run for this. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come to... And intercepted! Maybe the turning point they need. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Boy, just as they thought they were going to add to their lead, the rug gets pulled from right underneath them on that pick. And now after that big return, might be the other sideline grabbing the lead.
Yeah, very well could be. This is where you count on your defense to go out and make, I'm not going to call it a miraculous stop, but make it very difficult for them to get the ball in the end zone.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Red!
Ten's the mic.
Go orange. Orange. Hey, Zoo. I'm letting you know right now.
Rivers. Got Gordon open, completes it. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
The Chargers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Load it. Load it. Run 80. Hey, Haywood.
Hey, come on out here. Come get
Operating from the gun. Rivers. Gets it to Gordon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines, offense on for 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
I got it. Tie that left. You got 3 down. Hey, strong, go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson, he's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw, and he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
29 is the Mike 29. Good. Watch the twist. 29 is the Mike 29. Too little, cupcake. Leo. Hey, check 24. On the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now Jackson steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
29 is the Mike 29. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this. Check 24. Pick the edge. Go. Tighten up.
Throwing now is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Jackson now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10.
Wide. Get wide. Hey, alert 3. Check 31. Kill. Check.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Coming for you.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Hot something, hot something. 29 is the Mike. Yeah, yeah.
I'm coming.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set 180. Block 15.
Hatch it. Hatch it.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Cluster, cluster, cluster.
Rivers. Benjamin's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Rivers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Deuce, 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 deuce. Hey.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy into 30. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Danny. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Switch.
Check three.
Back, go.
They'll run now with Brown. And some room to maneuver. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
That makes the score Ravens 17, Chargers 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that sack block.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Baltimore, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
That's 20 goons and ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. it's time